Alrighty, y'all. Hello. It is Friday. The weekend is here. Super stoked. Let's have some fun looking at how apparently Europeans are built different.
Guys, I think I would not be able to live in Germany because I'm so loud by nature, and listen to this silence of Frankfurt. It is so quiet. Guys, I think I would not be able to live.
That does look pretty epic. Like, epic proportions when it comes to quietness. Lack of chaos. Nothing like any American, even town I've been in, let alone city. I mean, yeah, granted, there's places that are a little more chaotic than others. But even what would be considered an American quiet town, I don't think can quite compare to this. This is crazy. I mean, Frankfurt's not a small place. There's still, there's cars parked everywhere. There's clearly buildings. It's not a middle of nowhere place, but it is surprisingly peaceful. Wow. How do y'all do that? Europe is so walkable. The walk. Holy crap, look at all those stairs. Jeez, dude. Yo, that is like so crazy. Like the terrain, it's actually beautiful, right? But it is just very intimidating from an American mindset. What? And if you're carrying things, comments, they say it all, right? I mean, let's get real. That's why they're so healthy. Yeah, being overweight when you're in a terrain, when you're in an environment like this, and you're not in a car for like hours per day, being overweight is just not an option. Is this some sort of American problem that I'm too European to understand? Yes. And your daily reminder, even though I know most people watching this don't need that reminder, but there are 44 countries in Europe, by the way. True. Okay, this one is just titled Europeans Are Built Different. It has 1 million likes, so this one ought to be pretty interesting. Here we go.
So I've heard a lot of people say, winter in Europe, it's so hard, it's cold, my body rejects it, doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. And I'm completely in agreement because my body is just struggling here. We're 1 week in. My skin's drying up, my eyes drying out.
What?
Help. So I've heard a lot of
Holy
people
crap,
say,
is that guy
winter in
okay?
Europe, so
Yo, what? What's happening? So my first impression is always I'm kind of a little bit of a sort of weather nerd, and when I look at like temperatures in the wintertime in even northern Europe, which is way north, by the way, of like the Chicago area in the US, right? Way more north. Your temperatures seem pretty mild in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like it'll be around freezing basically throughout the winter, maybe a little colder sometimes. But like, we'll have dips into crazy, crazy cold in the northern half of the US. And I'm talking like way colder. So to me, it doesn't seem like Europe, and of course Europe, right? Southern Europe's not even cold, but you know what I mean? Like northern Europe, wherever it is cold in Europe, whatever countries apply, like it doesn't seem like it's that cold to me. Maybe it is. I mean, then again, numbers don't always tell everything. Maybe it comes down to like wind and dryness versus humidity and all these different things. Like places can feel cold or feel hot, even if the numbers don't really show that.
My skin's dried up, my eyes.
I mean, he seems like he's dried out and freezing. I can't tell for sure, but it sounds almost like he has an Aussie accent. So if he's from Australia, that's kind of gonna hit him extra hard because 95% of Australia is like really hot most of the year. Like it's way warmer than most countries. But this is kind of crazy. Like, are people feeling like this throughout winter in Europe? That's pretty freaky if that's the truth. Bro, pretty sure that's snow blindness or allergies. Definitely not normal. What the hell is snow blindness? Slow? Oh my God. Snow blindness. Wow, I don't know why that's such a tongue twister for me. What is it? I've never even heard of that. Apparently it's when the light reflects. Okay, so, okay, I guess I have seen that. Yeah, when the sun shines off the snow, it is blinding. Like, it's pretty intense. I didn't know it, like, had effects on you, though. Some people get blisters in their eyes. Is this a thing? My bro is literally bleeding internally. I don't think it's the weather, dude. I don't know. You'll just have to let me know in the comments. Is the cold in the colder parts of Europe that bad? Is it really? I don't feel like it's that bad. But Americans wearing workout clothes and gym shoes to go on a walk around the block. This is... I can't wait to see the European version. This is, by the way, very accurate. Very accurate. If you're going for a walk around the neighborhood, definitely wearing something like this, for sure. And yes, she's wearing boots. Now, I'm not, of course, I'm not a girl, so that's what they do, though. A lot of them, at least around here in the Midwest, even if it's warm out. So, don't know what to tell you. Europeans walking 9 miles in boots and a full suit after smoking a full pack of cigs. There it is. Yes, I feel like this, come on, what are we thinking? I feel like this is pretty accurate. For the most part, right? Everyone wants an Eastern European girlfriend / wife until... Whoa, hold up. What is going on here? Eating sausage? Sitting on the countertop, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Pickles. Oh, man, look at this. Yeah, definitely different image than American girls snacking, at least from what I've seen. Interesting. Okay. I don't see like a problem, but it's definitely, yeah, definitely different. And this was just titled Eastern Europeans are built different. So yeah, I can agree with that. Is this accurate? Americans are canceling schools because of snow. Europeans walking to school already, right, on another level. Walking to school in this. Yeah, that is, honestly, I have to say, that doesn't even look like super deep snow, but in certain U.S. states, that might be enough to cancel. Maybe in some northern states, not quite enough, but you won't see Americans walking to school in this, though, so I will give you that. It's pretty wild. POV, you're walking around in Europe? I don't get it. What? Is everyone sick? That doesn't... Does that make sense? Okay, going to the comments, I got some clarity. Nordics, I would very much like to be excluded from this narrative. Okay, I don't really get that, but maybe it's related to this. As a European, I could confirm people here smoke 10 packs a day. Okay, so she's not sick. She's talking about people are smoking all the time and coughing. Okay. I have to say, is that true for all of Europe? Again, right, we keep coming back to this. Europe as a whole is very bad. I know. That's a very bad way to judge things. But you guys have to tell me then, where are some of the countries where you'll find more people smoke still more often? Europeans are truly built different with these hills. Another one about the walking. Yo, oh my God. Okay, remember, I always come back to this. Whenever you show a hill, something steep on camera always makes it look makes it look more flat, right? I used to film off-road videos, and I'd go over something that was really, like, exaggerated and dramatic in the truck, and then when I'd go home and watch the footage, it looked like it was basically flat. It looked like a joke. I'm like, this felt so steep in person. Why does it look so underwhelming on camera? This looks like a steep hill on camera, which means it's twice as intimidating in person. If you're walking that every day, oh my God, how do you do it? You've got to have legs of steel. And yes, the fat would just be melting off your body if you had to do this, even for like a week. And there's cars and vans parked. There's cars driving through, which again, to me, doesn't even look like a road. Like, yeah, if you're doing this kind of commute on foot and you're dodging vehicles and stuff, running up hills like that, yeah, you are indeed built different.
Don't play games out here, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, bro. Big drinkers. I learned the hard way.
What?
Bro, they don't play games out here. I'm telling you, man.
50 shots for, is this, I almost thought that was a euro sign. Is that cents? So that, like 25 cents? Not even a euro? Or what am I confused here? Please correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like this is really cheap. I don't know if it's like 25 euros or like something around the equivalent of like $25. Even so, 50 shots for $25 US dollars, let's say. That would be really cheap. Because a shot at most places, it doesn't even matter where, at least in my experience, is like, dude, some places charge like $7 or $10 for a shot, which is crazy. But otherwise, you know, a shot can be $3 or $4 a piece. So if you're doing 50 shots, that's going to be like, extravagant money, like, and if this is 25 cents, that's insane. But even if it's 20 or 25 euros or somewhere around there, I just can't believe it. And also, how in the world are you going to survive 50 shots? If anyone out there is literally buying 50 shots for next to nothing and they're finishing them, then y'all are hella built different. What? I'd be lucky if I survived like 4 shots, man. I'm feeling it. And maybe, I'm going to have some trouble walking after 5 shots. Like, are we serious, y'all? Americans can't drink till you're 21, or you can't drink, you're not 21, rather. 14-year-old Europeans. I love the what do you call these here? The tracksuit type thing? Yeah, and they're drinking already. Gotta love it. I mean, yeah, the head start, we've touched on this recently. The head start you guys get with drinking is definitely a built different moment. By the time y'all are 21, you're retired from drinking, and Americans are just getting started. No, because she's trying to feed with that one Eastern European grandmas. Or Eastern European grandmas are built different. Dude. Ooh, this food looks hella yummy. Oh, hell yeah. What do we got here? Someone's got to spill this out for me. Spill this out. Spell this out. I need to learn how to talk today. Someone's got to spell this out. This looks hella good, man. We got to get back into the food. I want to get back into the food videos. I got to try some of this stuff out. We got to try our hand at making some of this stuff. Damn. I could just picture that. Eastern European grandmas, right? I could picture that stuff slapping, being hella good, right? Come on now. Just woke up from a tent in France, 100 meters away from a rave. Now, I can't play it because I do have copyrighted music and YouTube will have a fit. But picture copyrighted rave music playing and it's bumping loud. And it's 10 a.m. Music has been bumping full volume since 9 p.m. That's crazy. I had a rave era, of course, in my early 20s. And I thought it was crazy. It was fun. But I always heard like Australian rave scene is nuts. And I always heard European rave scene was nuts, and that was always a bucket list, but I never obviously got to do it. I don't know if I could hang. I don't know if I can hang with the Europeans because like some of the shows you guys put on look outrageous. They look freaking sick. And also, I mean, I could never do that, right? When I was younger, going till 2 or 3 a.m., I am just exhausted at that point. I got to tap out, right? Going till freaking 10 a.m. and it's still going? Like, how do you guys do that? How is that a thing? European lifts making you feel like leaving this earth? Yeah, dude, I just saw these in a couple of videos recently. What is with these elevators, man? They're so weird. Look at that. It's just like open. Like there's no door, right? You're just like open face here. You can see everything moving by. And it's so cramped. It's so like old school, man, but they still work. Obviously, I'm imagining they have some regular maintenance or upkeep, or maybe they were just built like straight up boss mode, like they just last decades without barely ever needing fix. I don't know, but these are pretty cool.
Shout out to Eastern European. They're strong motherfuckers.
The work ethic on Eastern Europeans is insane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying right now, because Jesus Christ.
They're the Mexicans of Europe. They work. No, I'm dead.
Facts.
I'm dead
Facts,
ass.
yeah.
Eastern Europeans.
That's even a known thing in the U.S. Like, obviously, like Eastern European immigrants here, right? Like, Yeah, you can't outwork them.
Mexicans in Europe.
That's even a known thing here.
They work side by side. I worked at a warehouse, and the Bosnians and the Hispanics fucking just went to work. No excuses. Shout out to
does this hold true in Europe? I feel like it's got to, because this is like a thing here. Like most Americans who have worked in a decent amount of places, they know this.
Everyone in Europe is happy because everybody here has a third place. I'm in Lisbon right now, and the entire city will sit down at cafes, restaurants, or bars for hours and hours and talk to their friends and families. People will leave the office in Portugal and go straight to a cafe, order a beer, sit down, and sit and laugh with their friends all night long, and then wake up and do it again the next day.
The simple things.
The United States simply does not have this level of community where people gather at a place in public all day.
I think it maybe does in small pockets if you're lucky. I think it used to have that sort of style of community, and I think it was lost somewhere along the way. I think even like 15 years ago, this might have been a thing. I really don't know what happened here in the U.S. I think like the pandemic changed a lot, but I also think even before that, it was starting to go away. There's like a lot of things I could talk about. I don't really want to rant for a long time because I can get going and it takes like too long. So like just to know, I have a lot of ideas in here I could throw out there, but like just people used to, even within families, like used to be together more and do more things. There was more of a community thing. And now that same kind of things that I experience, like it doesn't really happen for my kids, right? Like my wife and I do everything with them and I love it and we're very lucky. But like the extended community and then of course just my community, like social circle and stuff, it's just basically non-existent. And I think it's kind of sad. Like somewhere in modern America, we've lost as a whole that sense of community. It might exist for some people, so it's not like dead. But I agree with him that it's probably seems like it's more common in other countries still. And I just don't know why that's so rare here now.
With their friends and talk. People in the U.S. will just go home and doom scroll TikTok for hours and hours before bed. In Portugal, it is all community-based. You have your local restaurant that you go to eat. You have your local cafe that serves beer and coffee. And you sit outside in the street and drink and smoke cigarettes all night. And people here are way healthier because they're happier and they have a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
We need to bring European community culture to America. After work, go
100%.
Straight to the cafe, go straight to the bar, and sit and talk with your friends for hours. Like 4 to 5 hours, people will just sit and talk all night. There is no, hey, I'm going to...
Dude, I envy that. I feel like that is very healthy.
To go home and go to bed. It's like, how long can we sit here and talk before we get tired and have to go to work the next day? And the work-life balance here is so much different than the U.S. Like people will get off at 4 p.m. and work for like 7 hours and then just go sit with their friends all night, and they have holiday and more holiday and more holiday. Like, it's a pretty good life.
I think he's right. I think he's got some good insight there. Tell me if you agree. And of course, this can vary within different regions in Europe, of course. But I think overall, I don't think he's too far off. You know, some of the comments kind of expanding upon this. It's not European, it's Southern European and Mediterranean. The more north you go, the less you feel like a community. Belgium is terrible for me as a Mediterranean. So, like, I can see that. I could see Europeans within, right, different groups traveling to different places within Europe and it maybe not feeling the same. So I think they're also correct. But I just think the opportunities, I'd say for the most part, in more of Europe are going to be better for that type of social, camaraderie, and of course, definitely better work-life balance. The opportunity for that's going to be just much better than you would get here in modern day U.S. And it's really weird. The U.S. is a soulless hellscape. Yeah, I disagree. Like as a whole, like that's a pretty powerful statement. Unfortunately, it's like somewhat accurate. Like I don't agree with that wholeheartedly, but it's on its way towards that, right? Like it's not doing well when it comes to this kind of topic, right? It doesn't feel like a community. It feels like the country is always divided on random things. It's divided politically. It's divided on, it's crazy, right? And then, you go lower levels or more local levels. Of course, we just went through it. Like, it's just not, it doesn't seem like people are together a lot like they used to be. And I don't know. It's very, very weird. I'm not exactly sure how it all happened like this. It's on purpose. Cities in America are grids with no center. This is true. All European cities are concentrical with centers and squares for gatherings. Nothing like that in American cities. You know what? Little details like this do add up. I think they might be onto something as well. A lot of places, there are some communities in the U.S. that do it better. So there are some, places that shine with, nice social gathering opportunities, right? Nice places and parks where people can go and have fun, and there's more an incentive to go have a social circle and get away from the phone and get away from the house and get away from work and go get some outdoors time and have fun with your kids and have fun with your friends. For the most part, a lot of places are very lacking that, right? And I think that's part of it too. That just makes it hard, right, from the get-go. It's because most American cities aren't walkable. I mean, yeah, everyone's in pods all day, right? They're in cars, they're separated from each other, and license plates and the people's taillights on their vehicle more than you do their face. I mean, that's kind of true as well. I'm going to end it there. That was interesting. Europeans are built different. Do you agree? Eastern Europeans are built different. Western Europeans, Germans are built different. Scottish are built different. Norwegians are built different. I mean, how many layers deep you want to take this? We could definitely revisit this if this does well. Give your takes of who is built different. And I want to do this for more, right? We could definitely do episodes on Australians are built different. Hell, we could even give examples of how Americans are built different. It can go a lot of different ways. I think this was pretty fun, though. Fun video for a Friday, because Fridays are fun. I love Fridays, as always. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one as well. That's it for this one. My name is Ian. You're watching IWrocker. Until next time, y'all. Catch you later.